Concerned Chippewa citizens, a local group who opposes the mine, has expressed their concern over silica dust and its ties with silicosis, a rare type of lung disease.
When we look at investing $45 million into a plant, if this plant was going to cover the city in dust, if it was going to create issues with health issues, obviously we would be wasting our money, because MSHA would shut us down, the DNR would shut us down, you would shut us down, and we would also have financial responsibilities.
My daughter has an autoimmune disease that she cannot afford to, and doesn't have any immune system, and cannot afford to have any sort of lung problems or things, all of these terrible things that happen to people with silicosis.
The respirable dust that people are concerned about with silicosis is 5 micron or less. We're removing those fines in that process.
If this product were being grinded and doing different industries and doing a different process to it, where they would be crushing it and getting closer into that fine granule of silicosis, then I would be able to address those. This particular industry is said that in what they're doing with the product is not, it's like playing in the sand on the beach.
When you get into pulverizing of sand, that's when you're actually grinding the sand down to like a talcum powder. It's a very fine sand, and that's when you're more likely to have issues with silica in the air. We don't want to fracture the grains of sand. We don't want to make it so that the grains break up, because that defeats the purpose of these sand grains.
I'm a civil engineer, or I used to be, and I've worked around these plants for years, worked with conveyor belts, and I don't know if you worked around a conveyor belt, but they're not clean things. The stuff shakes off, and putting this silica dust in the air is extremely dangerous.
If I thought it would affect somebody's life or cause silicosis, I wouldn't do it.
I would go to Fairmont in Dunn County and knock on the door and say, hey, can we see your files of how many silicosis, and tell us about silicosis, and is it a real deal, and how many cases are there?
We spoke with Fairmont and Menominee and asked them about how many cases of silicosis they've reported. Tim Stauffer, their safety manager, mentioned 0 cases. It's important to note, however, that silicosis has been known to take up to 10 years to develop, and this plant in Menominee has been around for only a few years.